Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've done a video. I have my dog Luna with me today. She wanted to be in here filming with me. I'm going through all my seeds right now in order to start seeds. It is January 30th, and that means we are about 9-10 weeks away from our first frost, or our last frost, I guess, not first frost, when we can plan things out. Here in Greenville, South Carolina, that is about the very beginning of April. I like to maybe wait a little bit longer than that some years, like maybe the 7th or so, plant things out, because it seems like that first week of April, we almost always get a frost and then we're in the clear. A lot of these things that we're going to be starting might be a little bit late, not a lot of them, but some of them might be a little bit late, such as broccoli and cauliflower. For where I live, it can get really hot really quickly in the spring, so things like this might not work out. But I have seeds from the Dollar Tree, which were 25 cents a packet, that I'm just going to try out. We've had a very cold winter here. Just from our standards, it is beautiful today. We're going to be going outside and starting seeds, but I figured I have all of these laid out right now that I might as well do. Today we're just going to be doing vegetable seeds, because I just honestly, I have a whole thing like this for seed starting. I have so many seeds in front of me that it's a little overwhelming as far as like vegetables and flower seeds go. So things we're going to be starting right now are anything that's cold weather tolerant. So things like broccoli and kale that can be under, or broccoli and cauliflower, as well as kale, they can go under frost cloth. Kale can survive frost, no problem, but I think broccoli and cauliflower definitely can survive it, but they're a little more sensitive to it. I'm going to try maybe a little bit of cabbage. Other things we're going to be, and Brussels sprouts. I'm going to be trying Brussels sprouts. I got these from Walmart yesterday. We also have lettuces. So there's some lettuces like iceberg, Grand Rapids leaf, salad bowl. I have arugula. We have a red velvet, which I never got last year. I just direct sowed it and just never worked. Some mustard greens, this spicy mix, and I might just sow a few more cilantro seeds. I did sow some in the fall and they are completely surviving. I will show you the garden beds right now. They look a little bit wild because, one, they just need to be cleaned up a little bit, and then two, I have a frost cloth contraption that my dad made me out of PVC pipe, but it needs duct tape to hold the like joints together, because when it gets windy, it goes crazy, and you'll see that in a little bit. I have to take it off to show you guys, but right now we don't have any frost on the forecast, I don't think. So I'm not too worried about it. But the next time I see it in the 10-day, I'm going to be covering everything and getting, just that whole situation set up. I kind of gave up on my winter garden because we are just way colder than we normally are. We've actually had 2 very light, but still snows, and we've been in the teens several times this year, and in the 20s a lot, which is not usual for us. So we are in a warm spell again, and it's the very end of January into February, and next week looks honestly incredible as far as weather goes. So I'm going to be making sure that I'm watering everything that's in the garden right now, and I'm going to be giving my broccoli and cauliflowers that are in there a chance to maybe rebound. They might be dead, but they also might have some life left in their roots, even if like everything isn't looking good. So I guess this might be an update video as well as starting some seeds. Seed starting is very mundane, so I figure I'll probably go through everything that I'm going to be starting, but I'm not going to probably like talk through everything to a T. I'm just going to kind of go through everything that I'm starting, what I'm direct sowing. Things like peas love to be direct sown. They don't like their roots disturbed. I am going to be starting lettuces indoors this year just because I want a jump start on my spring garden. I'm really, really, really missing my lettuces and my spinach. I'm going to be doing 3 different types of spinach. I'll have all of these listed in the description. I will do a full list for you guys, everything that I'm starting. I'm just going to do a couple of each variety in each bed. So probably like 4 cells ish per bed of like each type of spinach, things like that. because I usually eat an omelet every single day when I have fresh lettuce and greens and all that kind of stuff. Swiss chard, I love Swiss chard in an omelet. And I miss all of this stuff so much. Next year I might do like a little AeroGarden or indoor setup for lettuces and stuff because I miss it so much this time of year, and maybe even in the summer, because around here we cannot grow lettuces very easily because it's just so hot in the summer. I might try this year like on my front porch where it doesn't hardly get any sun, but we'll see. Just because I miss it so much. So we have a ton of different types of lettuces. We have giant noble spinach, we have baby leaf spinach, and then Bloomsdale long standing spinach, which is supposed to be slow to bolt. And I also have, I'll probably use these up, but I also collected spinach seed last year from my spinach. This is also a slow bolt cilantro that I got in my MI Gardener order that I did last year for flower seeds. I did it at the end of the summer, I believe. Such good prices for seeds, you guys. If you haven't checked out MI Gardener, highly recommend. I got a few things from there, and this is, it takes its time to bolt compared to others. So I'm going to just sow a few of these seeds as well and just see if I can get this one to last longer than others. We are also probably going to do some more onions, like green onions. Also, one of my favorite hacks is to just buy green onions from the store, and you literally cut off the very bottom part that looks like roots, and you stick it in the soil, and it'll literally grow from that. I will show you all my green onions that I have from that, but I have seeds, so I'm going to just start some seed. We're going to start basil inside. I think there's basil seed in here. Let's hope so. If not, I need basil. And then another lettuce we're going to start is a romaine inside. This is more of a warmer season lettuce, but we're going to start it inside. What else? I already went through Brussels sprouts, kale, broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. And then we have our warm weather things that we also need to start right now so that they can be planted out. So things like broccoli and stuff, I don't know if this is going to work because it might be too late for me, because I'm also going to be planting out tomatoes and peppers and things like that, when it comes to the warmer time. So my beds might be a little too full. But something I'm super excited about is tomatillo. I didn't get any tomatillos last year, and I was very, very sad. They just didn't cross-pollinate for me. So we're going to try it again. I had gotten those seeds from my local library, so we're going to try these ones. These are from Rare Seeds or Baker Creek Seeds, but their website is rareseeds.com. And it says to start indoors 6 to 10 weeks before the last frost. Heat mat helps to warm soil and speed germination. So we're going to try tomatillos because I love verde salsa and I really want my own tomatillos. I also got some jalapeno seeds, and I hope these are better as far as heat goes. I love spice, okay? Like love spice. But my jalapenos, you guys, were so spicy. They were so productive, but so spicy. I still have a full jar of pickled jalapenos from last year that I don't use that often because they're so spicy. You can only use like a couple in a dish. So these are supposed to be mild. It says mild jalapeno peppers are popular for Tex-Mex dishes and for pickling, of course. This pepper is hot enough to feel the heat, but not too hot to overpower food. Because I obviously love the taste of jalapeno too, and some of the ones that I grew were so overpowering, it was wild. I'm also not growing habaneros this year. Again, so freaking hot. I had so many habanero peppers that I just couldn't use because they were so hot. So I'm going to do serranos this year. Does say they're really hot too, but you know what? I'm going to try it because those are also supposed to be good in salsas. So we'll try it. That one was a Dollar Tree find too, so 25 cents. And then I also got banana peppers. I love banana peppers, so I'm excited to get these and then hopefully pickle them. It's so funny because it says they're sweet, which makes sense, but then it also says hot, pepper hot. So that's funny. But you know what a banana pepper tastes like. Then we have our tomatoes. So I'm going to do two types of tomatoes this year. Last year, I only did indeterminate. There are indeterminate and determinate tomatoes. Indeterminate means like, think of like indefinite. You have like endless supply of tomatoes. They last all season long. They go from whenever you plant them and they start fruiting to whenever they're killed by frost. So I had tomatoes until I think right before Thanksgiving. So like I had tomatoes up my butt for forever. I think it was end of May. So June, July, August, September, October, November. I had tomatoes for 6 months out of the year. I did so much with them. I ate so many tomatoes. I froze just whole tomatoes to make different dishes with. I made tomato sauce and I made tomato soup, and I've been eating the marinara sauce and the tomato soup out of the freezer that I froze in 16-ounce containers all winter long. And it is the best thing ever to pull out a creamy tomato soup and make homemade grilled cheese with your own sourdough and your own tomato soup. It's literally like the most satisfying thing in the entire world and so delicious. So we're going to try some different ones this year. Again, last year, my local library, if you live in Greenville, can't remember what branch it is, but if you look on the library website, there's a certain branch, it's a little further out, that does like a seed library. And so I just got cherry tomatoes from them. And then I think I did the beef steak from the Dollar Tree. Where is that one? Yeah, this beef steak. And then I had gotten Romas from one of the plant sales I went to. So what I'm going to do this year is cherry tomatoes. So I got 2 different cherry tomatoes. I got one from the Dollar Tree. This is their red cherry large fruited. And it says they are deliciously sweet, bite-sized red tomatoes, are great for use in salads or served on toothpicks as appetizers. Tall, indeterminate vines provide a bountiful harvest all season. Oh, I forgot to say, determinate tomatoes mean that they only go to a certain height. So I have one of those, which I'll talk about in a second. Go to a certain height and only fruit for a certain amount of time. So think of your like patio tomato plants or things like that, not the ones that just get endlessly tall and just grow into like the biggest vines ever. Think of like the small potted ones you see at the store. Those are determinate tomatoes. Still good. They each have their time and place, but indeterminate is usually more sought after because you just get endless fruit from it. Now, so that is the Dollar Tree one, just your classic cherry tomato. But then I saw this super sweet tomato from Walmart, and it sounds like it's the super sweet 100 one that a lot of people like, but I don't know if there's like a trademark on that or not. But it says that it's a unique salad type with amazingly high yields of super sweet 1-inch fruit. This variety has a higher content of vitamin C than any other tomato. Always good. These disease resistant, I love that, indeterminate plants bear until frost, each branch producing more than 100 fruits. So it sounds like super sweet 100, you know? So I got these ones too. We'll try both. I probably will only need one of each because I had so many tomatoes last year. But we're going to seed a few and hopefully, everything will work out. Then we also have beef steak from last year. So I'll try that. Those did decent for me. I didn't get that many big fruits. So I'm also going to try the Big Boy Hybrid, which is also supposed to be a really good variety. It says it's one of the most popular hybrid tomatoes. The indeterminate plants produce large, deep red slicing tomatoes, like think of ones on a sandwich. Some of them weigh up to 2 pounds. Crazy. The tomatoes are great for salads, canning, or juice. Plants will produce until frost. And so it'll tell you if they're indeterminate or determinate on the seed packet. Now, the determinate one that I got from the Dollar Tree is, again, 25 cents. And think of how much fruit you're going to get from this for just 25 cents. Obviously, you got to water, you got to fertilize, you got to have soil, but so cheap for tomatoes. So, this is a Roma VF. It's a high yielding variety used for preserves, salad pack, canning tomato pasted, and puree. The tomatoes have very little juice and mild flavor. The large determinate plants have good leaf cover and is disease tolerant. This says that the height is 16 to 18 inches and space 3 feet to 2 feet. So I'm going to do these in a pot, I think, this year, and try this out. I think I might start some early in like a small pot and then maybe do a bigger pot throughout the summer that just stays outside. But I want to do these ones where like maybe I could bring them outside in the pot for a little while and then bring them back in, because towards the end of the season we rarely get frost, but we always get like one last one. And so these could probably stay outside for a while. So those are my tomatoes and peppers and all the things. So the main thing I'm going to be starting is like all my leafy things, because those do amazing until about June for me. So I can get a pretty good season of these if I could get them to be producing by April. Last year I literally made my garden in like March, April. So I didn't, and I direct sowed a lot of my lettuces. So I wasn't getting a good supply until, I don't know, later on. So if these can get good starts at a good, before I actually plant them out in April, I think if I can get where I'm cutting from them from April, May, June, a few months, I will be so freaking happy. So that is the plan. We're going to try to not start too many seeds. Like we're doing a lot of variety, but I'm going to try not to start like too many of one thing because that is my downfall. So we shall see. Also, I have a rainbow Swiss chard, mixed color Swiss chard. We're going to be starting as well. So this is what I mean with my frost cloth contraption. It's just obviously falling down. Still, things are alive, and I will pull all this stuff off and show you guys everything that is living. But yeah, this is the contraption that I basically just need to move some stuff around and get everything duct taped. And then also I'm going to move these trellises to the other side of the beds so that they're kind of in a different spot. It kind of blocked sunlight last year, having like a wall basically right there. It's really pretty, but just wasn't practical. Yeah, so I got this frost cloth on Amazon and I basically just cut it and then attached it to the PVC that my dad got me. And it's a great theory, like a great concept. It just needs to be secured better. And that's my fault. I honestly have been lazy because it was cold and I didn't want to be out here. So, but we do have living stuff under here. We have kale. We have some broccoli that survived, and cauliflower looks completely dead. So we'll probably just start over on the cauliflower and keep the broccoli plants that I have. A couple, yeah, I don't know if cauliflower is less cold tolerant. So we have things that are living. This is a green that was in one of my mixes, I guess, but I need to start harvesting this. And I think this is arugula potentially. Those are strawberries, which I'm going to move. This is oregano, needs to be cut back, but it'll flush here soon. Sage, this is some cilantro that is still alive. We've got pansies, and then look at these greens. I did not know they looked this good under here. So that's exciting. That's a salad mix that I had put in last end of summer, fall. And then, so here's where things look a little sad. So I had mainly cauliflower. I had 4 in each bed. So this is a snow crown, and these ones look like they still have some green. These two, so I'll probably leave those, but those need to come out. Those are dead. But then these 2 are kale, and then we have 2 broccoli, and these look pretty good. Like I still think these could produce. So I'm gonna leave those. We have some snapdragons I need to pinch. And parsley is looking really good over there. This is the lemon balm coming back. As you can see, I might dig that out, but it was also kind of nice to have because it's right under the trellis of the tomatoes. So I grow trellis tomatoes, so they go up and over, and it was absolutely amazing last year. It worked out really, really well. And then this is the other bed. It kind of mirrors itself. This is Swiss chard, but as you can see, it looks pretty dead. So I might just leave it and see if it, continues to grow. This is more strawberry. I need to move these strawberries. I'm going to put them in that pot over there, I think. Here is more cilantro, then some more greens. And again, dead cauliflower. You see all of the green onions. So I don't think I need to start any more green onions. I have a lot. But I think they're biennial is what I've heard, at least. These broccoli don't look as good as the other ones, but they're still hanging on. Cauliflower that were forming little heads, dead. And kale is still hanging on. More cilantro and some dill over here. Those are chives. Chives are perennial, so those should come back. But see, you can have green onions all through the freaking winter, which is insane. So now that it's warmer, I'll probably come out here at dinner time and do it. So see how these chives are coming back up? So I need to clean this up and cut them back because they're sprouting again, which is really exciting. I also have garlic in this pot that is starting to sprout, which is super exciting because I was late to plant that. And I'm going to be moving these roses this year to the side of the house because they're just going to be too big for this area. This is my raspberry pot, which I need a better trellising system for. So here's what we're left with. Obviously, once Chance of Frost is gone, the PVC will be gone, and we'll have everything back to normal. But you know what? I might just have a couple 2-part video about this because this was kind of a garden update as well as a seed starting and what I'm going to be starting this time of year kind of thing. Our pots are still doing okay over here. Ornamental, kale and cabbage. And Dusty Miller's looking a little sad, but it'll come back. Pansies, violas. And then we do have hyacinth coming up in these pots, which is super exciting over here. And then even this is a self-seeded pansy, I think, from last year. There might be one over here. Those are, I think, maybe petunias in there. This is what the garden is looking like. I'm just going to give you a garden tour. So yeah, stay tuned for part 2 because I was going to do all my seed starting stuff in this video, but I just think it's going to be too long. So come back for part 2. I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour right now. This is just a reminder. It's time to start seeds for a lot of people. Even if you're in a colder climate, even if your first or last frost date is Mother's Day. So this is the garden. We need to do lots of garden cleanup, cut back grasses, all that kind of stuff. I'll probably do a video here soon, probably next week when it's super nice to do that. These are paper whites coming up. They had obviously got hit by some frost and things look sad, but things are still doing okay. So daffodils, we might have lost some snapdragons. Well, no, there's sign of life down there. So snapdragons and pansies can survive by me. I need to, see, look, they're still surviving down there. I need to cut back all of these tulips coming up. There are not cut back the tulips, cut back the snapdragons, and then the tulips are coming up. Daffodils I got this year and planted this year. We have, a lot of things. This is the saddest azalea. Oh no, that took a hit this year. Hopefully that comes back because that's sad. Daffodil. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Why are you gonna bloom right now? And why did you flop over? Do they need water? I might need to hit everything with a little bit of water. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow, but things are looking kind of sad. I also have why do I always blank? It's in the delphinium family. All of these popping up from last year I seeded, and I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, lots of things popping up in the garden. I have ranunculus over here. Yeah, everything looks really dry. I need to go grab the hose. And yeah, just need to do a lot of garden cutback, and things are looking, sad, but also good. So, okay, that'll be it for this video. Stay tuned in the next one where I'm going to go through my seed starting, how I start seeds, my setup. It's very janky. Last year I did a greenhouse outside, but I'm not doing that this year. I don't think. I think I'm just going to start everything inside. And then if I want to bring some stuff outside during the day, I can. But it was honestly kind of a lot of work to come outside when it was cold, and stuff didn't do as good because it was cold. So we'll see. But thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited for garden season, and I'll see you guys in a video very, very soon. Bye, guys.